Are you ready to create a life you crave? Let's spin that doom loop of negativity into an upward success cycle and start living lucky.
Good morning.
I'm Jana.
I'm Jason.
And we are living lucky. Happy National President's Day.
Happy Leaders Day.
And Comfy Day.
That's right.
We're like on both ends of the spectrum. Once they made National Leaders Day, then the leaders said, we definitely need a National Comfy Day.
Or maybe it was the lazy people said, can't we just have a comfy day?
Oh, you mean the comfy people? They had
The
a day
the
and then
couch
they were...
potatoes said, hey, maybe we can just have a comfy day since you have a Leaders Day.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know how they came about.
It's always about the leaders.
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
It's always about the people at the front of the
you.
parade. What about the people that are watching it from the couch?
Good morning, Sheila. How are you? Oh my goodness. Happy Monday. Well, okay, so our thing today is these glasses. Now my eyes have to refocus. Readjusting. Good morning, Marilyn.
There's a topic.
Right? So we're talking about leadership today. Leadership. Because my question to all of you is, do you consider yourself a leader? Do you consider yourself a leader? I'm going to be really vulnerable right now. I had a singing group for a couple of years. YELLA. It was YELLA. And I didn't necessarily think that I was the best leader. I'm just going to be real with you. I don't know why. Sometimes when people are around, I struggled making decisions. I always wanted to do what was best for the group. And then I would try to hear everyone's opinions and I would try to be diplomatic and really I felt like something else would be better. And it was really hard for me to lead. It really was.
So we can keep going with this,
Yes.
But what I see and what I saw you doing was being in the group, also surrounding yourself with highly talented people.
Yes.
So you're a high achiever.
Correct.
Also surrounding yourself with high achievers, all performing in the same cake mix bowl instead of being the chef on the outside of the cake mix bowl saying, I need you high achievers to all do this.
So it's hard for me to tell other people what to do. That is just really hard for me to do because I don't like other people to tell me what to do. That's really what it comes down to.
As your husband, I would have never known this.
I despise that. I despise that, don't I? I despise that. Is anyone else with me?
Suggestions are okay.
I am very open-minded and I love hearing other people's opinions, but do not tell me what to do.
That's most of the things that I want done. I have to say, we're not doing this or you can't do that.
Yeah. Tell me what I can't do and then watch me. Watch me.
Watch me and I'll take pictures twice.
Good morning, Nancy.
Or I'll do it twice and take pictures.
Good morning, Rob. So my question to you is, do you consider yourself a leader to yourself? Because when I came to that aha moment, when I finally looked in the mirror and said, you know what? I spend the most time with myself. I might as well become my own best friend. I might as well become my own leader. And I might as well become my own lover, really.
Hey.
Well, okay, I know that took it to a whole different connotation, didn't it?
Don't just kick me out. I know what you're saying.
But when I decided to lead myself.
Lead yourself.
Right?
Know where you're going to.
I like that. Sing it. No, you can.
What's a song from the 80s?
Have a whole theme song
Maybe
for
the
me.
70s.
No, when I decided I make my own decisions. I sound like Julia Roberts. I say when, I say how, I say
what price, and then
I
it's
say
over.
who. No, but when I finally said I spend the most time with myself, so I might as well be my own leader. And when it comes to all these emotions that I'm juggling every day, I'm like, okay, I hear you. But you know what? I'm the one that decides. I decide. I make my decisions. I control my perceptions, my decisions, and my actions.
Yeah, it's about choices.
And you know what? When you decide that, Then when your life is going great, you can take more responsibility. And when your life is not going really great, you can take more responsibility. And either way, there's empowerment there.
There is empowerment. Yeah, you're owning it.
You can own it.
Yeah, you get to put the plaque on the wall that says, "This is my office.
I created this." Yeah. I created this with my thoughts and my decisions and my feelings and my actions. This is my work of art.
And that's not saying that we do it alone. Because we don't do anything alone. We're always poured into, we're always helped, but it's about taking ownership and knowing that we make our own individual choices, we make our own decisions. It's leading ourselves.
It's leading ourselves. And then when you do come upon a circumstance where you literally want to blame the people around you, or you want to blame someone else, or you think, I did not deserve that. Like that was totally uncalled for. If you take just part of the responsibility, or even the full responsibility, like this is a co-creation here. And hey, you kind of come at it from a different perspective. Instead of saying, why were you so rude? You say, hey, how can I be your teammate?
Right.
How can we make this a better exchange? It just is a different way of looking at things.
Talk about blaming things and taking ownership. And this is going to be a little bit kind of skewed off, but 4 years ago, I ended up going to the doctor over and over and over again because there was something wrong with my foot, my toe.
Oh yeah, you had gout. Oh, I'm sorry.
Blow my load. Ah! So I did have gout. However, the doctors had never seen it like this because it literally stopped at my first knuckle on my big toe.
Right.
So it looked like just a red toe. So like, okay, it's infected. It's a toenail problem. And we were draining my toe, which had nothing to drain, over and over again.
I remember.
Going to different doctors.
You were in such pain.
Couldn't even put on a shoe.
No, you were using my wheelchair. Like I would get on the couch and he would end up taking my wheelchair to go do things in the kitchen.
It hurt to think about my toe. But what we found out when I finally got to an orthopedic was that it was gout. It was part of my diet. I was eating oysters, tons of protein,
and beer.
And I had a lot of beer for a weekend, like 3 or 4 weekends before.
It was a perfect storm.
We had an oyster party. So it was literally a perfect storm for gout. And I cleared it up, but I took leadership, and said, all right, we're just not doing these habits anymore. Tweaked some small things. But that's the thing is when you realize I started blaming other things, but I looked back and I was like, okay, well, I made decisions to XXX.
You just said habits, which is, that was like a... Pastor Craig, this past weekend, he said, what were you doing last Wednesday morning? And of course I was like, well, I know what I was doing last Wednesday morning. I was having coffee with all of you because that's my habit. That's my habit. I know my Wednesday, I know what I do in the mornings because I have a very strict morning routine and I have habits. But then if I would think about what I did Wednesday afternoon, my day kind of squirrels off a little bit, right?
Yep.
So I think sometimes when it comes to making our own decisions and our own actions, sometimes we get on autopilot because we develop these habits and therefore our decisions become unconscious.
Yeah. It's like, I remember when I was working in sales, I knew I had habits, and every day I would come home, you'd say, how was your day? Same old, same old.
Yeah.
How often have you come home and someone said, how was your day? And your answer was same old, same
as
old,
yesterday,
or same old shit, because that's what we end up telling ourselves and telling the people that we're around. If you've ever said your day was same old, even though you met different people, you went different things, then hit the like button, hit the share button, hit something that lets us know, hey, we're hitting that button for you. because that's what it was. And it was.
Okay, Rob says he's like, there goes my plan to go out and have oysters and beer with you, Jason.
No, we're going to do it. So I still love oysters. It's just I don't have 30 of them or 40 of them. I have a dozen.
And he says, I tend to be a leader of others, but not about leading myself. And so pulling it back into leading, I feel like maybe part of leading ourselves is just being aware and being present and being conscious of what thoughts am I having? What decisions am I making today? What feelings are coming up in the moment? And how am I acting?
And am I happy with where I am? Or do I want to make a change? And if I want to make a change, am I changing one of these habits or just making a tweak?
Small little tweaks.
Because if I'm doing the same thing I did yesterday, I'm going to end up with the same thing tomorrow.
Yeah, and that is so true. That is so true, which is why we all end up just being, it's time to make the donuts. Yep, Pam is here.
Same old.
Yep, I've said it.
I said it every day for 10 years, Pam.
That's what Pam says.
Every day for 10 years I said it. And I didn't even realize
Same old, same
old.
Same old. I know, it used to drive me crazy. I'd be like, how was your day? I just want some conversation here.
Give me something. Same old.
Especially when I wasn't working and you were. I was fishing. I was like, I just need some human
I need some
conversation.
I need some content.
Something.
What happened out there?
Please, just a little bit. Oh. And Nancy says, change is good. Change is good. We are constantly changing. Thank goodness, right?
Hey, Rob, can we go have oysters next week or this week?
Oh,
so
I think we've got a
maybe
date.
A Wednesday or Friday. I got to look at my calendar, or your calendar too, obviously. But we'll talk maybe today or tomorrow about that.
There we go. All right. And Sheila says we need one of those in our country.
That's right.
Maybe an oyster bar. Is that what she's talking about?
Yep.
Or who knows, maybe a leader. All right. Have a great day, guys, and happy President's Day, happy Leadership Day,
happy
and
comfy day.
Happy
know when to take
day.
A break too and get comfortable.
Have a great one. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Lucky.
Bye-bye. If the idea of living lucky appeals to you, visit us at startlivinglucky.com.